Hey, Stephen Brooks here, and I teach those who manage their own portfolios, whether they're traders or investors, beginners or have some experience. I teach them how to generate a very reliable six-figure salary trading really less than 2 hours a day. And the way we're able to do that is by getting our students to focus on one specific strategy in one specific product, and then aggressively removing every potential distraction away from that. Now, what I'm going to teach you today is not the strategy and is not the system that we teach in our six-figure salary system. However, if you want to learn how to win on 90% of your trades, which is going to get you way more consistency than you're able to have yourself, this is going to be perfect for you. Now, again, if you watch CNBC, if you read the Wall Street Journal, if you watch CNBC, they're going to tell you something like this is impossible. But I'm here today to show you exactly how to do it. So enough of the pleasantries. Let's go ahead and get into the good stuff. So, how to easily win on 90% of your trades in 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, whatever. This is literally how you're going to do it for the rest of your life, should you want to go ahead and do this. There's two ways to do it. First is we sell a credit spread where we collect 1/5 of the width of the spread in credit. So if it's a $10 wide spread, $2. If it's a $5 wide spread, $1. If it's a $2 wide spread, 40 cents. If it's a $1 wide spread, 20 cents. We sell the credit spread. We collect 1/5 of the width of the spread in credit. Done. Second one, we sell either a 20 delta call or a 20 delta put. And I'll give you an example of both of these in about a second. So we either do the credit spread, we sell it, or we collect 1/5 of the width of the spread in credit, or we sell the 20 delta call or put. That's it. And then we buy each of those back when the value is 50% of what we sold it for. So if we sold something for $10, we buy it back for $5. If we sold something for $4, we buy it back for $2. If we sold something for $1, we buy it back for 50 cents. That is how you win on 90% of your trades. Literally guaranteed, take it to the bank. Want proof? Okay. So the first thing we did was every single day from 2005 until present. So this is over 4,000 trading days. This is a very big sample size. Now, since 2005, we had the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. We had the US downgrade in the summer of 2011. We had the Asia FX currency debacle in the summer of 2015. We had Brexit and the election of 2016. We had Q4 2018. We had the COVID crash. And then we had the bear market of 2022. So it wasn't just like the market went straight up during this time. There were certainly some hiccups in there or severe drawdowns. So during all that stuff, for over 4,000 occurrences, we sold the 20 delta put and the 20 delta call in SPY, the S&P 500 index ETF, in the expiration cycle closest to 50 days. And then we did nothing. We just put the trade on and did nothing, and we let it expire on its own. Now, how do we do something like that? Really simple. Now, I'm showing you Think or Swim by TD Ameritrade. You may have a different broker. The information that I'm able to get and the information I'm looking for, you can get with any online broker. I don't use any online broker. I use Think or Swim by TD Ameritrade, which is now Schwab. So what did we do? We did it in SPY. We did it in the expiration cycle closest to 50 days. Now, what does that look like? Well, here we have a bunch of expiration cycles. We have 14 days, 21 days, 35 days, 42 days, 49 days, 55. Out of all those, which is the closest to 50? 49. Check that box. We're halfway there. We sold the 20 delta put, and then we sold the 20 delta call. Okay, so here's my option chain. And I have the bid, I have the ask, and then I have delta, right? Here's how I get it on Thinkorswim. I click here, I go to options, theoretical Greeks, and then I click on delta. You can get this information for any online broker where you can trade options. How you do it on something else, I have no idea, but all you're looking for is delta. We're looking for the 20 delta call and the 20 delta put. That is literally it. So let's go to the 20 delta call. I see we have 25, 23, 21, 19.99. So as of shooting this video, the 20 delta call is the 486 strike. To sell it, I'll click on the bid, and then I'll right click on confirm and send, and hit send. That's how you sell it. I do the same thing on the put side. I go to the 20 delta put. We have 26, 25, 24, 22 and a half, 20. I click on the bid. Boom. I'll right click on it, confirm and send, and I'll send that bad boy. Right? So what have we done so far? SPY, 50 day to expiration. We sold the 20 delta call and the 20 delta put and just let it go. So again, I didn't get filled right here on camera, but you just right click, hit confirm and send, hit send, and then you're filled. Then you do literally nothing else. And we did this mechanism every single day from 2005 till the end of 2023. So it's well over 4,000 each of these trades, 8,000 total when it comes to the sample size. And just doing that and literally nothing else. No charts, no indicators, no Jim Cramer, no Warren Buffett, no all that crazy stuff that you put on your charts. Doing the calls, we win 81.29% of the time for an average P&L per trade of $45. We're in the trade because we just open it and then let it go for about 50 days and we make 90 cents a day. On the puts, the win rate's a little bit higher. The market does go up more frequently than it does go lower. So the win rate is about 84.66%. We make about $64 per trade. We're in the trade for about 50 days on average, and we make about $1.28 per day. Hold the press. I don't know, how long has this video been going? A couple minutes? That's how you win on 80% of the trades. But I told you that this video is going to show you how to do better, how to do 90%. Now, what are we missing from this? Well, what we've done is we've sold the 20 delta put and call, but what we haven't done is we haven't bought it back for 50% of what we sold it for. Now, the results without that final step are still really good, right? 81% of the calls, 84% on the puts. But we have to be able to buy it back. Now, if we're going to buy these back for half of what we sold them for, we sold the call for 206. We divide that by 2, you'd buy it back for 103. And then we sold the call for 298. And then we buy that back for $1.49. Now, when you're putting in your closing orders to buy back the position, you want to set the order as GTC, as good till cancel. This way, you could be at lunch, you could be at the beach, at the gym, and once the trade hits that value, the broker will just close the position for you and you don't have to sit there and watch it. But without doing that whole buy it back thing, the results are pretty good. So we did another study. With what we just did, SPY, 50 days until expiration, selling the 20 delta put, selling the 20 delta call. But this time, we bought it back for 50% of what it was sold for. And here we are. So again, you already saw the results of this column right here. Just selling the call, letting it do its own thing. You've already seen the results of doing this. Selling the put, let it do its own thing. But by buying it back for half of what we sold it for, we take the win rate on the call side from 81% to over 90. Now here's where it gets fun. The average P&L, or the average result of each trade, goes down from $45 to $32. But because we're in the trade on average 18 days instead of 50, we make on average $1.78 per day, almost double the amount of money. So if you're a fan of statistics, I am. When it comes to trading, there's two that I care about and the rest I don't. Win rate and P&L per day. And by buying back the 20 delta call for half of what we sold it for, we are in the trade for 40% of the time. And because we're in the trade for 40% of the time, we make almost double the amount of money per day. And the kicker is we also take the win rate from 81% up to 90. That's one way you can win on 90% of your trades forever. Again, this is a 4,000 trade sample size. That is statistically significant. Now let's talk about the puts. Remember, since 2005, the market has gone up more frequently than it has gone down, so the puts are better. By buying the puts back for half of what we sold them for, remember, we sold the puts for $2.95 here. We bought them back for $1.49. We take the win rate from 84% to 95%. We take the win rate from 84% to 95%. The average P&L per trade, or the average result per trade, goes down from 64 to 42. But because we're only in the trade for 16 days, about 30% of the normal time, we make on average more than double the amount of money per day. $2.67 per day. So stop right there. Jim Cramer, all these guys on CNBC, Ray Dalio. Here's how you win on 90% of your trades, like, done. Now that's just selling the call and selling the put. And in order to sell a call by itself, you need to be approved for a pretty high level of options trading, which not everyone's able to do. So because of that, we can do the same thing with the spread. Right? Here's what we did. 2005 until present, over 4,000 occurrences of both the call side and the put side, which means there's 8,000 total in the whole thing. We went 50 days expiration in SPY, and we sold a $5 wide put spread and a $5 wide call spread. Now remember, in order to get a call spread that has the percentages we want to do a call spread, sell a call spread, or we collect 1/5 of the width of that spread and credit. So let's go ahead and look for those. So we're in SPY, we're in the right expiration, we already did that, and now all we're looking to do is find those spreads where we collect 1/5 of the width. And this study was a $5 wide spread. So what's 1/5 of 5? 1. So we're looking for spreads where we collect, literally, that are $5 wide, where we collect $1. That's it. Let's do the call side first. Now, there's no easy way to do it, just like there was when we're doing the individual deltas. But what I like to do is I like to start kind of close and then kind of keep on adjusting till I find one. So we have, let's say, the 484, 489. That's $1.09. Then let's do the one a step up. 490, 500. 97, right? So basically, we get $1 out of that one. Done. We sell it. Oh, this is way wrong. Sorry. We have the 484, 489, $1.09, 485, 490. 485, 490 is going to be the winner. We collect $1.01 credit. We'll bump it down for easy numbers. All right? And we go ahead, we right click, we click on confirm and send, and we send that bad boy. Now let's do the put side. Again, same thing. We're just kind of looking for which numbers work out. So we have here, let's see, the 150, 144. That's only going to give us 63 cents, so we got to bump it up a little bit. Let's see, 155, 150. We got to bump it up a little bit more. 157, 152. That's 92. Close. Let's go to 158, 153, and let's call it $1. So you may have, just as I kind of tried to find the right one, you might have to find it too. But once you get there, again, you right click, hit confirm and send that bad boy. So just doing literally that and nothing else every single day, the results are kind of what you expected them to be. Doing the call credit spread and just holding it until expiration, which is what we showed. We win 83% of the time, make $20 per trade. Our average ROI per trade is 5%. We're in the trade for about 50 days, and the average amount of money we make per day is about 40 cents. And this is on one contract. And because the market goes higher more frequently than it goes lower, it's a little bit better on the put side. So we win about 86% of the time. The average P&L per trade is like double that, about $40. We make a little bit more than 10% on our money per trade, folks. The stock market does 10% a year. We're in the trade for about 50 days, and the average P&L per day is a little bit more than double, about 81. So, oh, Jim Cramer can't ever do this. Whatever, dude. But again, we want to take it a step further. We want to buy it back for half of what we sold it for. So in both these examples, we sold them for $1. We would look to buy them back at what? 50 cents. So what we did here was we just did that. And the results, surprise to nobody. On the call side, we took the win rate from 83% to 92%. In fact, on this one, the average P&L per trade does go up, right? It does go up from 20 to 25, but we're in the trade for less than half the time, which is why we have an increase of the amount of money we make per day of more than 200%, from 40 cents a day to $1.23. And then when it comes to the put side, again, it's going to be better because the market does go up more frequently than it goes down. We take the win rate from 86 to 95. We do take the average P&L per trade from 40 down to 26, but we're in the trade for only a third of the time, and because of that, we take the average P&L per day from 81 cents to $1.55. Oh, there is no way you were ever going to show me. No way, because I read Barron's, I study charts, I do whatever, that you were going to show me how to win on 90% of your trades. Here's how you do it. Here's proof of doing it with just selling the calls and puts. Here's proof of doing it with the call spread and the put spread. That's it. So again, folks, my name is Stephen Brooks. I teach those who manage their own portfolios, who invest or trade their own money, whether they're beginner or experienced. I teach them how to generate a very reliable six-figure salary, trading less than 2 hours a day. We're not interested in building up a nest egg over time. We're interested in making income today, and then making income tomorrow, and then making income the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. If you're interested in generating a six-figure salary, trading from your home in less than 2 hours a day, go ahead and click on the link that we've added to the chat box, book a call with my team, and we'll see if you're a good fit. If you're not, hey, something like this, super straightforward. Watch the video another time if you have to, but having something like a 90% success rate is going to have you win way more than you lose. The frequency of winners is going to be way more than the frequency of losers. And that's going to give you a lot of consistency that you probably haven't had before. But the question is this: how can this go wrong? And we need to talk about it, because the truth is this: with a big enough sample size, it crushes. With a big enough sample size, it crushes. But how can it go wrong? Very simple. It can go wrong if you don't follow this plan. Meaning, if you sell a 20 delta call or a 20 delta put, and you do not buy it back for 50 cents or let it expire, you won't get these results. Or if you sell a credit spread where you collect 1/5 of the width of the spread in credit, and then you either buy it back for half of what you sold it for or let it expire, you won't get these results. So the question becomes, how could I mess this up? Well, the easiest way to mess this up, and the only way you will mess this up, is if you don't actually follow those rules. Okay? How can I not follow those rules, Stephen? It's so simple. By risking way too much, way too early. In fact, if you are emotional in your decision-making process, you won't get these results. Why? Because you won't be able to follow that actual system. You won't be able to follow the rules. You'll take a 25% profit as opposed to 50. You'll exit early as opposed to holding until expiration. So the way to make this work for you is to start with 1. Can I follow the rules? Great, go to 2. Can I follow the rules? Great, go to 3. Can I follow the rules? Great, go to 4. Can I follow the rules? Great, go to 5. Can I follow the rules? And so on and so forth. So again, my name is Stephen Brooks. I teach those who manage their own portfolios, whether they're traders or investors, beginner or experienced, to generate a very reliable six-figure salary, trading less than 2 hours a day. Again, if you're interested in that, click on the link in the chat box. If you're not, and you like this video, or click on the link in the description below this video. If you're not and you like this video, go ahead, give me a like, give me a subscribe, click the bell, share it with your friends, and start doing something like this. My guess is it's gonna get you way more consistency than you have before. It's gonna allow you to focus on a lot less garbage than you probably focused on before. And then maybe eventually, once you start to get some wins under your belt, maybe you'll be ready to make a nice and reliable six-figure salary. But again, like and subscribe, click the bell, and look out for more videos that are awesome, that are better than anything you've seen before, better than anything you paid for, and I'll see you on the next one.